Hi guys, back for another video. I hope you had a great weekend and that you're able to enjoy the week. It looks like we're going to have some sunshine finally. So today I'd like to do this song. What I have is a three-part song. So if we were in class, we'd divide the class up into thirds, but we will make it work. We are adaptable. So I have it color-coded for you for 1, 2, and 3, pink, green, and orange. As you see, as we're looking at it, the pink line, part 1, that's our singing line, so that's our melody. Parts 2 and 3 are repetitive parts that we will speak underneath the singing part. So first we need to learn all three parts, then we'll put it together. So part 1, let me sing it for you twice. You join in on times 3 and 4. I'm 1 and 2. You join in on 3 and 4. Who's that tapping at the window? Who's that knocking at the door? Mommy tapping at the window, Daddy knocking at the door. Who's that tapping at the window? Who's that knocking at the door? Mommy tapping at the window, Daddy knocking at the door. Who's that tapping at the window? Who's that knocking at the door? Mommy tapping at the window, Daddy knocking at the door. Who's that tapping at the window? Who's that knocking at the door? Mommy tapping at the window, Daddy knocking at the door. So make sure when you're singing that you're being nice and tuneful, matching all of those notes. If you need to rewind and listen to that a couple more times, go ahead. When you're ready, we'll move on to part 2. Like I said, this one is a speaking part. It is repetitive. As you see, this part is the same every time. So it looks longer than it is repetitive. I could have chosen to put repeat signs there, but I didn't. I chose to show it this way. Here's how this one goes. We'll only do this one twice because it is so repetitive. So I'll do it the first time, you do it with me the second time. Answer, please answer. Answer, please answer. Answer, please answer. Answer, please answer. Your turn. Answer, please answer. Answer, please answer. Answer, please answer. Answer, please answer. Again, if you need to rewind and do that part again, go ahead and do that. Move on to part 3 when you're ready. So same as before, it is repetitive. I could have chosen to put repeat signs, but I didn't. I like to see it this way. And you see your rests in there, make sure you don't miss those. I'll do it once, you join me on part 2. Knocking once and knocking twice. 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 Go. Knocking once and knocking twice. 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 If we were in class, I would split you up into thirds, but I would probably give parts 2 and 3 an instrument. So if I'm just clapping, answer, please answer, or knocking once and knocking twice. To change it up a little bit, if you'd like to do that, if you want to do the song a few times, go ahead and do that. Or maybe even you have something at home you could use as an instrument, like a maraca, like putting rice in a plastic Easter egg and shaking it. Make sure you do get permission before you make yourself an instrument. So let's do all 3 parts together. The little video I have here of myself doing it, because there's only one of me, but I need 3 people, is part 1 and 2. and then I'll do part 3 right now. So if you want to do the song 3 times and do it a different part each time, that would be amazing. Knocking once and knocking twice. Knocking once and knocking twice. Knocking once and knocking twice. Let's do it one more time. As you saw, I forgot to come in at the beginning. So let's try it again. Knocking once and knocking twice. 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 I did much better that time. I'm sure you did too. So if you want to rewind and do the song 3 times, do each part once. That'd be great. I think this me is doing part 1. This me is doing part 2. So you can go ahead and do that a few times. When you are ready, we'll move on. So instead of doing our rhythms today, I wanted to switch it up and do our note names. You guys are getting so good at these. So let's review our spaces. I use the smiley faces instead of notes. So if a note is in a space in between the lines, you always start at the bottom and go up. We spell the word face, F-A-C-E. That's for our spaces. Space and face rhyme. That should help you remember. I use cookies on this one. This one's for our lines, meaning the line goes all the way through that note. Okay. For this one, a little bit harder. You do start at the bottom again. E, G, B, D, F. And to help us, we use our sentence. Elvis's guitar broke down Friday. So now what I'd like to do is give you a little spelling test. So what I need you to do is pause the video and then figure out what word these pizzas or notes spell. So we will read the notes from left to right, just like when you read a book. So here's letter 1, letter 2, and letter 3. So you're going to tell me a 3-letter word that spells. Go ahead and pause the video and figure it out. Then when you have it figured out, hit play again. So now that you have figured this word out, let's do it. This is a space, F-A-C-A-B. So this spelling word is cab, C-A-B. Here's question 2. Oops, looks like I forgot to change that. Question 2. We have some donuts here. Again, a 3-letter word. You're going to name the notes from left to right, just like you read a book. So here's number 1, number 2, and number 3. Go ahead and pause the video and figure out what word it is. Hit play when you're ready. So now that you have the word figured out, let's answer it. That is an A-G-E. Age is that word. And last one, forgot to change it there again. Baseballs. I know we're all wanting to get outside and play. This is a 5-letter word. Gave you a little challenge. So we read from left to right, just like when you read a book. So here's note 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one might take you a little bit. Hit pause and start the video again when you know your word. So now that you have it figured out, C-A-G-E-D, caged. Caged. Good job. And to end, I would like to sing you a little song. I don't have a book of this one, so I just put some clip art on there for you. Old Mr. Johnson had troubles of his own. He had a yellow cat which wouldn't leave his home. He tried and he tried to give the cat away. He gave it to a man going far, far away. But the cat came back the very next day. Oh, the cat came back They thought he was a goner, but the cat came back. He just wouldn't stay away. He gave it to a man going up in a balloon. He told him to take it to the man on the moon. The balloon came down about 90 miles away. Where he is now, well, I do not dare say. But the cat came back the very next day. Oh, the cat came back. They thought he was a goner, but the cat came back. He just wouldn't stay away. He gave it to a man going way out west, told him to take it to the one he loved the best. The train hit a curve and then it jumped a rail. Not a soul was left to tell the gruesome tale. But the cat came back the very next day. Oh, the cat came back. They thought he was a goner, but the cat came back. He just wouldn't stay away. Way across the ocean they sent the cat at last. Vessel only one day out and making water fast. They all began to pray and the boat began to toss. A great big gust of wind came by and every soul was lost. But the cat came back the very next day. Oh, the cat came back. They thought he was a goner, but the cat came back. He just wouldn't stay away. I love that song. So I hope you guys have a really good week. If you want to send me a video or a picture of you doing one of your music activities, or if you have any suggestions of a song or an activity that you would like in next week's video, there's my email. I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you soon.